Let's just turn back one page. This is going to be interesting to compare with chapter 34 of Isaiah. It will reveal that the Bible is double and that these prophets are literally discerning and understanding that there are two proclamations of deity within the Bible. One is of anger, wrath, vengeance, sacrifice, death, and the other is patience, mercy, brotherhood, and love. One would be the Father of all that is, represented by his eternal and perfect Son, Jesus Christ. The other would be the father of all lies, represented by the serpent, the original liar, in Eden. These prophets understand this. Isaiah understands this as he is talking in chapter 34 about the proclamation of this Yahweh in this great sacrifice that he still plans to have in the end times. Well, Hosea is now going to record the understanding of the true and loving Father. Listen very closely, as this is in relation to Ephraim. O Ephraim, what shall I do unto thee? O Judah, what shall I do unto thee? For your goodness is as a morning cloud, and as the early dew it goeth away. Therefore have I hewed them by the prophets, I have slain them by my words, by the words of my mouth. And thy judgments are as the light that goeth forth. For I desired mercy and not sacrifice, and the knowledge of God more than burnt offerings. Now, does this sound like the same God? No, it does not. Listen closely again. Isaiah chapter 34. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood, and is made fat with the fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, and with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. There's the unicorns. There's the bulls. We know who wants this. So let's look at the God that Hosea knows and understands more closely here. For I desired mercy and not sacrifice, and the knowledge of God more than burnt offerings. Now, what is this sacrifice by this Yahweh supposed to be associated with? It's supposed to be associated with this fire. And listen to all these songs on the radio about all this fire coming from the sky. This song by Adele, which is Skyfall. Even the songs by the popular 70s group The Doors is all about this fire from the sky. If you listen closely and you understand what they're talking about, that is this coming burnt offering. That is this coming sacrifice. Hosea is in touch with the loving Father as being represented by the Spirit of the Lord in his fullness of the Spirit of truth, as he's urging Hosea to understand the truth, that he really desires mercy and not a sacrifice, and that he desires the simple knowledge of God, being merciful, being all-loving, proclaiming brotherhood. These are the messages of Jesus Christ. These are the messages of the loving Father that Hosea himself is discerning. And he understands that Ephraim himself did not discern that and was taken with the lie of the serpent. So you should be able to see that very, very clearly. And if you compare it now, like we said, to chapter 34 of the book of Isaiah, the Bible's double. The Bible's double. Look at the title here. The Day of the Lord, Armageddon, to chapter 34. This is the proclamation of this wrathful God. This is not the same God in which Hosea is talking about. It's not the God that Jesus Christ was representing. Jesus Christ was not representing this angry, wrathful God. He was representing the very same God that Hosea knew and understood to the best of his ability. Now, even Hosea's vision is not perfect, no man's is. But we can see the urging of the Spirit for Hosea to see God as perfect. I'll return.